We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go play action with Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Tempo.
Here's Ajayi. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's the handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Ajayi, and he stopped immediately there. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football.
Check three.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He'll drop to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Let's go get another one. Let's go get another one. Come on. Let's get it. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Gotta go. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
This is a jive. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. If you force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. They're going to look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Nice move at the 40.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go read option with Wilson. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To go here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Let's go.
And now he'll tuck it and run. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Wilson now off the bootleg. On the crossing route, complete. That's Baldwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack. And
it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Room to run past midfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Look. Move 15. Gotta go. Watch the motion.
On 1st down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
It's going to take forever, okay? Right, 380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. On 3rd down, Penny. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Gets around him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they start the 2nd half with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Justin Houston in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll set up to throw. eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, you got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. Right. We're waiting. Gotta go. Done. 19.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go. Oh.
They run again with a J. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Tempo, tempo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Ajayi. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Come on, let's go.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Seahawks on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Robert Kindici in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And Myers able to knock it through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw here. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And they'll run it again with Penny. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now they try the right side here. Room to run inside the 40. Ajayi escapes him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tedrick Thompson picks it.
obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? They go read option with Wilson. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They'll drop the throw.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. First down now, but that clock rolling. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.